Hello and welcome back to Cities Skylines New Vooperis, where we have incredible amounts of flooding in the Briarwood Square. Someone told me that the entire map's elevation values change after a earthquake. I don't think that's true though. And actually, I think we're seeing right now, the water level is actually coming back to a normal level. Look at that! There's no longer 20 feet of water over these buildings. We can actually rebuild them and fix the property values in the area. That's very exciting. And now that the water level has hit a normal height, the ferry stations are starting to work as they are designed to. Definitely a lot of water coming through the outway. It looks like the dam is balanced. We don't have any real destruction over here. We actually do have to repair a few tourism roads, but that's fine. Not much work. And it looks like we have recovered from the dam disaster. And this section of the map is now thoroughly, well, the opposite of flooded. Drained. There we go. That's the word. This area has been drained, and now we have a much smaller lake over here. Yeah, that's cool. It doesn't look nearly as impressive, but there was no reason to be storing that much water. And now the people on the train can look out over this grand waterfall and get scared of falling off of a cliff at the same time. It's pretty great. 10 out of 10. Now, I wanted to look into public transport and, like, improving the line system. Because we do have some stuff that's, frankly, just dumb. Yeah. And one of those things is that we only have one huge line that's going across the entire city. Ah, you see, something tried to divide by 0. I don't know what, but good job whatever tried to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a few local stops. So we're going to create a line that goes around Sterling Park into the shopping district and back. Why am I making such a simple thing? Well, because we don't need a ton of complex subway systems going across the entire city. Some people only want to move a really small distance. Like people in the Corgi district may not want to go all the way across the city. Maybe they just want to go to the other part of the Corgi district. So instead, we're going to give them options to go all the way around the Corgi district. Of course, if someone actually does want to go all the way across the world, then we've got them covered too. Wait, where's the end of this? What the heck? Where'd the end go? I'm very confused right now. Okay, that was weird. I don't know what I just did, but I just did a bad. We're just gonna get rid of all these extra lines and redo it, because I apparently messed up horribly. Okay. Start here. Come across here. Boop. 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 And then come back. Finish. Why isn't it letting me finish the line? This is where it should finish. What the heck? What? I am so confused right now. Why are you not working? Okay, so that's weird. We're going to ignore the Corgi district for now because it's just being dumb. Weirdness. Weirdness, I tell you. It could potentially be because there's only a platform on this side? I don't know, that's weird. Huh. Well, we're gonna ignore that for now. I have no clue why that's happening. At least we got the most populated area, a second way to go around. We'll work on more stuff with it later. Line not finished. Where? Oh, geez, did this not work either? Yeah, I don't think this works if there's already... You know, we're gonna redesign all of the lines. That's it. Nope, we're done. Is there a way to delete all of them? Or do I have to go through everything? I have to go through everything, don't I? This is going to be very frustrating. Okay, I think I just murdered, like, half of the subway system. There we go. And now we're gonna murder the rest of it. Don't worry, guys. Murder is underway. It was all planned ahead of time. Does that make it better? No, that's worse. That's worse if you plan to murder ahead of time. Your sentence will be worse. Just in case you're planning on murdering someone, which I really hope you aren't. If you're planning on murdering someone, don't do that. It's a bad idea. Following this line all the way down. Now we've cleared out pretty much everything. Jeez. We're really destroying our beautiful public transport system, which everyone hates because it's absolutely disgusting. I think I just contradicted myself slightly. We're going to work on local stops first, and then we are going to look at stops between different districts. And we are going to start with the Corgi district, who we are going to expand a little bit. We're going to pull a little bit. We're going to give it a little bit more. We're going to give it one more stop over here. And we're going to wrap its stops around in a circle. So now we can have a clean, round way to go around. There we go. The Corgi district now has a beautiful, beautiful subway system. Look at that. They can go around in circles all day. Now Aspen Park and the Elizabeth district obviously work with each other, so we can just have them go back and forth. And we also want people to be able to go from the Corgi district to Aspen Park, in which case we're probably going to be looking at going from here to Aspen Park, and then they can walk the rest of the way or take the subway again. Next up, the Elizabeth district is... We're not going to bother with that quite yet. We're going to work on Sterling Park first. Sterling Park is going to have a line going around it in a nice little circle. There we go. There's our circular line around Sterling Park. And now we're going to connect Sterling Park together with the Elizabeth district. So now people can get there through the Elizabeth district. Next up, obviously, we have some job opportunities, and that's mostly just going to be going from Sterling Park up into the Garland district. Okay, second off, we've got Briarwood Square, which the only real reason you'd use Briarwood Square's public transport is to go to Aspen Park, along with all the other fancy people going to Aspen Park. Everyone loves Aspen Park. Wondering if we should connect some... I wonder if we put a subway station here in all the commercial area. Yeah, you know what? I think that would be very beneficial. We're going to put 2 down. And we're going to kind of tack these on, and we'll connect them in a second. Don't worry. I've got plans. So first off, the people from Briarwood may want to go shopping, and obviously the people from Sterling Park, this is going to be a very hot stop. Along with this stop. Those are both important to connect on because Sterling Park, it's the closest shopping area. It makes sense. And now the relationship between the mountain district. Oh, I started that weak. Very bad planning. There we go. Mountain district goes down into the dam district. And then we return back. And then finally, actually we should have it. This isn't really going in a circle, it's going back and forth, so we'll have a stop each time it goes by. That makes more sense. So we're gonna go, I don't really care if it's there or there. Boop, boop, and then we're gonna put a second stop on the way back. Except for there, apparently, that only gets hit once. But it's faster, so makes sense. Okay, and then we're going to go from the dam district all the way down to Dale Park. If we could get a line on the left, that would be great. But that's not going to happen. We're just going to go from here all the way back. And bam, all set. Whatever happened to the, oh, it was destroyed. Our cable cars were destroyed. That's disappointing. So first off, that's going to finish off all the public transport. Yay! Hopefully that doesn't completely tank the use of it. Hopefully people actually like it. Looks like some people are upgrading, so I think people like what I've done. Next up, this needs some water. And on top of that, there's probably a few more things I have to do that I'm forgetting. There's always things I have to do that I'm forgetting. But most importantly, I'm just kind of stalling for time as I try to think of what I'm forgetting. Wow, the dam district's really building itself back up. That's pretty impressive for the short amount of time it's been. But what the heck am I actually planning on doing? Probably had to do with traffic. Or subways or something. Oh well, I'm sure it wasn't that important. Probably just like putting bunkers down. Which, no, I'm not going to. Now here's my reason for not putting down bunkers. It's a very good reason, as you can see. No, but in reality, the problem with bunkers is we're going to do it at some point, but it takes a massive amount of space. Like, Sterling Park's going to need 3 of these. There's no blocks we can actually fit these into, and we need everything to be green. So we need 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then, like, the chances of a disaster actually hitting each spot is pretty low, and usually the food truck can't even get there, and everyone starves and dies in the bunker anyway, so well, we'll do it. It's just not a top priority at the moment. We just got hit by a big one. The chances of us being hit again are not huge. And I just remembered what I wanted to do. Cable car stop. Now, I know there's that karma when I say I don't think anything's going to happen. But, you know, you can only have so much bad luck. You guys are all probably saying, shut up already. You're gonna make something bad happen. Spook. Do you want more people to die? Is that your plan? No, it's not my plan. Look at that, the cable cars are back online. Aw, that's so happy. Man, it's looking great in New Vooperis. Our population is back at 90,000. We have $1 million in the bank once again. And we are ready for another huge project in the future. I'm not sure if there's anything I really want to work on at the moment. Oh, there's a lot of traffic on that bridge. Looks like a lot of people are using the road system from the emergency network, but it looks like it's working fine. It doesn't look like that's a problem at all. It's actually getting rid of a bit of traffic. But what I was looking at, first off, we don't really have any real taxi stuff. Taxis are kind of useless, but at the same time, they're kind of cool to see a ton of taxis going everywhere. So we're going to plop a taxi station down in I need to find the zoning. This is an office area, so we can safely throw some taxi services in. I think the city's big enough that some people will actually use taxis. I think some are actually going to come out of here. The goal is to put taxis, obviously, where there's some demand. Why does it keep deleting them? Wow. It's really deleting them as fast as they're coming out. Now, where there would be demand, obviously, is anywhere that has great tourism. So we've got the Dam District, which we'll put some taxi stops at. We've also got the Shopping District. We've also got... I'm trying to think of anywhere else that's really cool in the city. We've got the Corgi District, I guess. The nice spot in the center. I'm not sure people know that it's cool, but it is pretty cool. So we're going to put a taxi there anyways. Even if it isn't very beneficial, we're still going to try. Where else could use a taxi? I don't know. That's kind of everything. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a few of the high-use areas. Oh! Over here. Yeah, we've got Briarwood Square's Tourism Center. And we'll see. Maybe taxis will go there, and it'll be a good use of our money. Look, it looks like some taxis are going out at least. I don't know if they'll work well. But, you know, it's better than nothing. It looks like some people are actually traveling by boat now, which is kind of cool. Using the ferry harbor. It looks like we have terrible traffic congestion along this road. But this road was just a horrible idea altogether. I don't think there's one thing about this road that was well executed. I need to get some relief onto it, but that's fine. I actually have a good idea for that. There is literally nothing bad about doing this because they're going to be going into the lane of traffic that's least used. Oh, wait. Oh, well, it'll still take some stress off of that lane if people actually use it. Yeah, and a lot of people are using it. So that softens up this road a bit. Gets more people onto the highways, less people onto the slow roads. Yeah, there's a lot of micromanagement that comes in with this. But usually, as you can see, it's working out well. Just putting that one little inlet onto the highway there did a lot of good. And that freed up the taxis, which are now hopefully at the area they're supposed to be at. How many are being used? 48.50. So it looks like the taxis are actually a big hit. We'll employ some more. How expensive are they? Oh, 400 a week. Let's have a lot of taxis. I mean, public transport, we can really use increasing public transport as much as possible. I love the idea of things like taxis just quickly getting people between stops in reserved areas. Like over here, these red lanes are reserved for things like taxis, public transport. We don't have reserved lanes through the entire city, but we have them all the way up here. We have them throughout Sterling Park. We do have enough that it does make it beneficial to take advantage of it. And having those bus lanes, we should probably look into making a proper bus system soon. That's something we've really been slacking on. And by we, I mean me. I have been slacking on it. Honestly, what we could do is we could have a huge transport hub where we have one of these, and then we have the train station come into it, but I'm not sure people would actually use it. That's the problem. You never know in Cities Skylines if people will actually use what you've made. What is this? Train station? Is there a train station and... If there's a train station merged with a bus station, I would go for it instantly. But I don't think that's a thing. You see, honestly, that would be perfect for us if we could get people to do that. Although, if we put... I wonder... So what we're going to do is... This is going to be slightly painful, but we're going to do this. And we're going to do a little bit of experimentation. Because I haven't worked too much with the mass transit stuff. Like, I know how it works, but... I don't know the full possibilities of what I can do. And this is actually a great spot to put this. It's on a bus lane. It's right where people... Right in the center of the city. I feel like this is a great spot. And now, if we go ahead and dump some of this soil we have way too much of. We can try to flatten this out. Make it a little bit more friendly. And can we get a... Can we get this train bit across? Oh, this has a subway station built in. Oh, that's interesting. That I like. I really do like that. That may actually open up some cool possibilities. Now, we want this to go here. We don't want to settle. So if we can get it to go right here, it'll have a much better... Oh, there we go. There we are. It'll have a much better outcome for us. And all we have to do is... Is that line gonna be there forever now? Okay, so that's gonna be a stop there now. That's what I wanted to do. And then what we can do with the subway is we can connect this like this. Now we should be able to follow the grain of the road we already placed here, because we know that this road can do it. And if the road can do it, we can do it. There we go. If the road cannot die when a car runs over it, we cannot die when a car runs. Yeah, that's... I don't suggest trying that logic. It's not the best logic. There we go, so we can connect that up here. That's pretty cool. But what I'm really interested is getting a bus system set up. And if we could get a bus depot on this side and the train depot on this side, we could create a full center for transport. I like that idea. I really like that idea. Public transport is always a really hard one. Because you can't force people to use it. And people aren't super smart. So you have to hope that they'll see the best route and stuff. Seems like the amount of people who are using the subway is lower than usual. I wonder if I should have just kept the lines how they were. But I think that it's because I redid it and it takes a while for people to catch on. Maybe we'll get train usage to go really high. I really like the trains. The trains are a great solution because they don't get in the way of anything. People were telling me, why are you using trains and subways Trains are way worse. But A, I like how trains look. It looks pretty cool having train trucks going across. And B, trains are very, very fast. I mean, we can send a train all the way across the city in like 10 seconds. You can see it fly by. And it's true that the subway is pretty fast, but it's a little bit annoying to work with the subways. Everything underground, we have to work with some strange angles, and things tend to get a little bit disorganized. The subway system. Now, that's probably just because I'm bad at using them. That's probably my fault. It looks like... Oh, some people are using the blimp. I was about to say no people, but there were some people. So I will not complain. And it looks like some people are using this too. That makes me happy. Now we're going to very, very subtly expand this out here. We're going to... kill that. I don't even know why that's there. Did that actually carry power to anyone? No. I think that was my original electrical gate to the dam. The dam itself. Oh no, that's going across here to the dam district. So we're fine without that. Is anyone actually using the taxis over here? Let's see. Do. Well, there wasn't a huge line. Yeah, it looks like people actually are using the taxis. Isn't that nice? Interesting. How many people are using taxis right now? Can we actually say 25 per week? Seems like it's a lot more than that. I mean, if we just look at the map, we can probably see some of the taxis going by. Because there's a lot of them. We added a lot of them. There's at least 50. But I guess there are a lot of cars, so finding... It's like a needle in a haystack. Except they all look similar and one is slightly blue. Maybe no one is using taxis. Let's see, we've got 49 in use, 27 in use, 19 in use. No, there's quite a few being used. I'm just bad at finding them. Looks like we're having some freight issues, even with our beautiful freight train system. And passenger system. Forgot we also have passenger trains running these lines. It's confusing. And this train line goes all the way down to here. Yeah. Yeah, I like trains. They look pretty nice. However, not many people use them. That makes them kind of disappointing. Let's see, what else can we work on when it comes to public transport? Obviously, that in the future, having a airport would be beneficial. Let's look into that bus system I was talking about. So we did flatten out the area for it. Going to create a special little loop for it. There we are. There's our special little loop. Now, there's a specific reason for that loop, and it's because the buses need to be able to turn around, and now they'd have to go all the way up here, all the way back. It's just more convenient to just have a little spot they can just, you know. A roundabout would actually be preferable. So maybe... Yeah, that would be cool. That would take a little bit of work, but I think we can pull that off. We just need to get some land from somewhere. We'll just get it from this part of the dam that needs to be removed still. Yay, creating massive waves in the middle of the dam district. When has that ever caused problems? Oh no! That was a little bit too much. Oh shoot. Oof. That's a lot of emergency vehicles that were just... Oh my god. Oh jeez. That's a lot of damage. Oh man. That actually did a lot. I did not mean to do that. Sorry guys. We accidentally just collapsed 3 buildings and flooded the entire damn district. Oh boy. What a day. They've seen worse. The flood trucks, the response time on the flood trucks is so good. They come out like 1 minute later. They're so used to it now. It's okay, we have the emergency crew here. Our reaction time is pretty great though. I do like that. I like how quickly we have people over here helping.
The Forest Service has stated that there is a risk of an imminent forest fire in the area.
Where?
Residents are advised to avoid.
Okay, so there's gonna be a forest fire near Briarwood Square. I'm thankful to say that we're actually pretty prepared for that. I'm not sure if we have good coverage, but we can deal with that in like 4 seconds. Boop. Jeez. Yeah, we did a little bit of damage to the damn district. Wow, there's the main flood truck army. They just got their response time isn't amazing, but there's a massive amount of vehicles they've got. And then once the main flood truck army gets here, yeah, the emergency services of this city are pretty great. They do a good job. They do their job well. Did we accidentally, like... No, we didn't kill the power to the dam or anything. Okay, back to what we were originally planning on doing. Just pushing this out a little bit more. Wow, we killed people for that. People died to move this land out just a tiny bit. That's how intense this game is. It's craziness. Okay, so... now what we need is a very, very simple, well-performing roundabout. Roundabouts are beautiful. They're very, very good at moving people quickly, efficiently. We want it to be right lane goes onto, there we go. And then they can come in like this. And then they can go out like that. They can come in. Yeah, we're making something interesting here, I'm gonna be honest. Here we are. This is going to be the mega station. The buses will all come from here. It's going to be beautiful. It'll fit, right? No! Okay, I have a plan. I do have a plan. There we go. Is it gonna... Are you kidding me? The amount that doesn't fit by is so tiny. You can't be serious right now. So you know what? No, we'll just break this. And this. And then we'll put it down, and then we'll rebuild it as close as we can. Why? Why must you be so dumb? There we go. It's not perfectly circular anymore, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't even care. Some people may care, but you know what? Shush. I'm not redoing that entire thing just to make the circle perfect. That's a lot of effort. I'm sorry, Potato. I'm sorry. It couldn't... you can barely tell it's not a perfect circle. It's good enough. Okay, and now, the moment we've been waiting for. Each area gets their own bus stop thing. The bus depot is going to go on the outside of the circle. Biofuel bus depot. Quieter. Fine. Fine. If people like it, I'll do it. There we go. So now we've got all the buses online, and now we can put down bus stops. So here is our first line. It's going to go basically on all the same routes as the subways. Kind of. We'll actually go with not the same roads, though, so that it's slightly different people being hit. We're going to do this by population. So we're going to try to get fairly even amounts of population in each stop section to make it efficient. So we're going to... make that for 1. Then for 2, we're going to get the bottom of Sterling Park. Oh god, that was not pretty. Okay, and then we go around like this. And finally, why would you try to do that? Why? Why? That's just dumb. Okay, we'll let them just wind through like that. It's fine. I'm not really gonna care. It wastes like 2 seconds, but that's their fault. And then, look at that. Line 2. And now Sterling Park and the surrounding shopping areas are all connected to buses. Let's see how that works, and we're going to do the rest of the bus lines next time. Now you may be asking, why did I use these and not highways or something? I actually do have a reason for that, and it's so that people can walk from the train terminal over here to the bus terminal over here. Yeah, see? There was actually slight reasoning to it. Here we go. Look at all of those buses. They're using the roundabout like they're supposed to. They're going on an adventure. Look at them go. It's a blue army. And they're using the bus route. It's pretty great having bus lanes. They don't get in the way of anyone. People are actually already using the buses. I think this is a great development in the city, actually. I think this makes things... Oh, look, we took care of the fire. This makes things much, much better. We still have some slight flooding over here. Yeah. Whoops. You know, I'm sure the flood trucks will deal with it. Right. Flood trucks. There they are. Yeah, they're dealing with it. We had a slight mistake, but that happens. Sometimes you just accidentally submerge people's homes. Looks like we've got 4 buses in use and 8 buses in use. We are definitely going to increase the funding. Bus funding is going to be high. We need as many buses as possible. We have a lot of people, and the wait times are going to be ridiculous if we don't get it under control. Especially with the bus lanes, not much is going to slow down the buses. Except for normal traffic on normal roads. That does exist. That does in fact exist. However, let's see on the lanes that do not have... Yeah, the bus stops are actually being used. And it's not only a few people. It's quite a few people per bus stop. And that makes me very happy. Each of those people are a person off the road. Hopefully aren't the same people using the subways. I'm hoping that we're getting different demographics so that we cover more of the population. And I think that's going to be it. Before we end, someone said that if we go, there is city statistics. There it is. I've never actually looked at the city statistics bar. I've never bothered with it, but this is very important. Here is the graph part of Cities Skylines. So we can actually see population change. And how do I make this over a smaller amount of time? How do I stretch this out? Oh, come on. There's got to be a way to zoom in. No? There's no way to zoom in. No, there has to be. What? Okay. Ah, yes. Corgioskis. Yeah, let's just ignore that. Cities Skylines statistics zoom. Statistics panel. Maybe there's a thing on how to use it. Well, this may be an issue. It doesn't seem very useful to me. Maybe there's in the options for the city statistics, I can choose how long it's for. Maybe. Possibly. Miscellaneous. No? Really? That would be annoying. Well, we can see the drop in population from the disaster. However, I am slightly annoyed. Why the heck is it so zoomed out? Oh, jeez. Is there a way to change that? I don't know. I don't have enough time to make this video much longer, but I guess we'll try to figure out another time. I will save once again. Yeah, that's weird. I thought that I was really excited to go into, this, but apparently we can't. Apparently we can't zoom in on this at all, which makes it kind of useless. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a button. Z, X, a number key, arrow keys. There's no way they put in something this dysfunctional. Oh, there's sticky keys. Well, bye, I guess. Yeah, this is a very interesting graph.